My name is Maya Cobb, and I've been parentified. I'm a huge believer of if you don't acknowledge a problem, if you're not aware of a problem, there's no way you can heal from it. We can't fix it. So I had to start it off that way. You know, like how they do in the self-help groups, and you go around and say, "Hi, I'm Phil. I have a gambling addiction." Well, I'm Maya Cobb, and I've been parentified. I'm still getting used to saying it myself. I know some of y'all are like, "Okay, girl, that's great for you, but what does that mean?" Okay, so parentification is when a child is put into a parent role when they are still a child. So when you have a teenager or a kid who's taking care of their younger siblings, or at times you have the teenager or kid in the parent role when it comes to their actual parents. In my case, I wasn't tasked with parenting my parents. I am biologically an only child. I fell into the parentification role by parenting someone else's children. Despite being a licensed therapist, I only learned what that word meant like last year. And when I heard the word and I understood the definition, I was like, that's me. Like, it really resonated with me. So I learned the term last year. However, I did not really process or sit on that word until really sometime this week, which is why I'm here. I really didn't process what it meant for me and how it had an impact on my adult life until like the past week or so. Despite what you all may think, therapists are imperfect. We are human. We have our own stuff too. We do not have all the answers. Prior to learning that word, I had absolutely no language to describe what it was that I had been through and what it was I was currently going through. All I knew was I had these mom friends that I could really relate to, and there was all of this parent content on social media, and I was just eating it up like, yeah, this me, like, share. Then on the flip side, there was all of this content concerning not having children and this freedom and being in your 20s and not having to be tied down to kids. And I'm like, ooh, like, share. And all of my friends who didn't have kids, I could really relate to them as well. And it started to create, I don't want to say an identity crisis, but this confusion around, well, which box do I fit in? Because here's the thing, right? Biologically, I'm an only child. However, I have been a parent figure, a sister, mom, whatever you want to call it, parentified. I've been parentified. Anyway, I've been the parent figure to two girls for the past 10 years since they were 2 and 3 months old. They're now about to be 13 and 11. So I'm going to run that back for you again. I have been a key parent figure for two girls who are almost 13 and 11 for the past 11 years. My whole adult life in its entirety. The little one, I call her the little one, even though she's almost 11. The little one was born the year I graduated high school. My whole adult life. And then to rewind it a little bit more, I don't want to use the word babysitter because that's a drastic understatement. I was further parentified. There we go. I was further parentified from the age 13 up until, I don't know, like 17, 18 years old. Different set of kids. That was confusing, so let me pop in and break it down real quick. So when I was a teenager, I was a babysitter who was put in a parent role to 3 young girls. I was not the primary caregiver. I was not in a active day-to-day role in raising the kids. Now, from age 18 to current, I was in a very active, consistent day-to-day role in raising the girls, totaling 16 years. I'm not going to go into too much of the details of how that came to be because, quite frankly, it's not your business. My purpose of being here is for me. Because to clarify, right, I don't have any children. I don't have any biological children. I've got these 2 that are my kids, but they're not my kids, but they kind of my kids, but they're not my biological children, okay? So Maya doesn't have any biological children. Okay, with that being said, for the past 16 years of my life, I have been in the parent role to kids who are not my kids. I have been parentified for 16 years, and it has 100% shaped the trajectory of my life. And I'm here because I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to heal from it. And goodness sake, if I can't find a space on social media that talks about it, I cannot find a group, right? I can't find my person. I found people for all of these other things. I have certain YouTubers and Instagrammers who I just really resonate with, and they have been so pivotal in me learning about me. And so my hope is that maybe if I share my story, maybe if I'm transparent about what I'm going through, it'll help somebody else heal. To quote one of my favorite Instagrammers and authors, Alex L. Absolutely love her. Anyway, to quote her, when you heal yourself, you heal community. And that's all I'm trying to do. In the process of me healing me, in the process of me trying to understand and figure out and just validate my own experience, I hope that I can help somebody else. Because I know I'm not the only sister mama out there. I know I'm not the only person who on Mother's Day, people are like, oh, do I wish you happy Mother's Day? Or no, because I know you don't have any kids, but you're kind of like a mom. I know I'm not the only person who's experienced that. So I'll be here documenting my regular life of being a therapist and raising these two kids that's not my kids, but they kind of my kids, but they not my kids. Follow for more.